Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle Dub Show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100 subs, it's time they get some out. Hey, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. President chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah. Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show. It's the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah. Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show.
Well, let us be the last to hope that you guys had a very good Thanksgiving with your families. As we welcome you to the Thanksgiving Thunder 271st edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. He's Dub, or I'm Dub.
No,
He's
not.
Mizzle.
There you go. Unless I change complexions, then yeah.
Even though Facebook with their AI definitely tries to make me blacker than I am, that's for certain.
Hey, those shits are funny. I don't care what nobody says.
But actually, I have some late night college basketball going on as it is 10:30 p.m. on the West Coast, which would be it's 1:30 in the East. But on True TV, we got a tournament, the third place game between the Lobos of New Mexico against USC, and right now New Mexico's up 61-45 with 11 and a half to go in the game. A lot of good tournaments over this weekend. We have the Maui Invitational, which the Auburn Tigers look very, very good.
Indeed.
Auburn could possibly make another run. I mean, Bruce Pearl has definitely turned this program around football wise. But let's get right into what we saw tonight. My Bulldogs certainly like to have a lot of drama in their games, if you will. In Athens, as it was the good old fashioned clean hate game between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Georgia Bulldogs. And I'm not gonna lie, for the first three quarters, it almost was looking like an upset as Georgia Tech at the half led 17-0. And then going into the fourth quarter, it was a 17-6 lead for Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech still had a 14-point lead with about 5.5 to go as Haynes King had an 11-yard touchdown run, which made it 27-13 Georgia Tech. And then I guess Carson Beck and the Bulldogs decided to get their ish together. And
oh, really?
And it set one overtime short of tying the overtime record from longest overtime in college football. It went to 8 overtimes.
8 of them things.
8 of them things. So, for those that are not familiar with the college overtime rule, once you get to the second overtime, you have to go for 2 after you score. And then from 3 overtimes on, it's just going for the 2-point conversion. And Georgia finally got through in the 8th overtime, winning 44-42, all but pretty much securing themselves a spot in the college football playoff, which of course begins next month. So what does that mean in the standings? Well, I'm glad you asked, as we go to that right now here on the rankings as far as the SEC goes, because obviously the SEC title game will be decided this upcoming Saturday on Pearl Harbor Day. So right now, as it stands right now, even if Tennessee goes to 10-2, because Georgia has the tiebreaker over Tennessee in the head-to-head matchup,
yes.
If Texas handles business tomorrow against Texas A&M,
okay,
it will be a rematch between Georgia and Texas for the SEC title in Atlanta, which, JP, if you're watching, will be at war again.
Well, I did send him an invite to come join. He might have to work tomorrow, so
That may be true. But
this all is an open forum. If anybody would like to come on and join and talk a little sports, Come on over.
So yes, indeed. So that would be your SEC title game if, like I said, if Texas handles business tomorrow against A&M, which they should. They are the better team than the Yankees. But of course, as you and I know, sports sometimes likes to sport, and it almost did today in Kansas City, which we'll get to momentarily.
No, it didn't.
But real quickly, here's what happened in college football today, the day after Thanksgiving, which had some very good. Well, Ashton Genty and Travis Hunter made their final cases to the Heisman Committee of
and that's what it should all boil down to.
Take a look at us.
They should not invite nobody but those two. Let's just be real. Anybody else, the other two that they're going to invite, which is 4, gets nominated. But the other 2 that gets nominated, you're just there to hold a seat. You're not going to even get a vote. Maybe 1.
So here's what took place today on the gridiron. We just talked about Georgia, who came in ranked number 7, will probably stay within the 12 to qualify for the playoff. They beat Georgia Tech, as we just said, in 8 overtimes, 44-42. Sparty getting the win at home against the Cardinal as Sparty finishes 7-5. They beat Stanford 34-31. As Sparty will be going to a bowl game. As we just talked about, number 11 Boise State will be awaiting to see who they will play at home for the Mountain West Conference title. That all depends on what happens tomorrow at 5 p.m., to which yours truly will be there live, witnessing his second all-time battle of the Fremont Cannon between Nevada and UNLV. Again, Thank you, Desi. We'll see you tomorrow, sir. But Ashton Genty ran for 226, now stands 341 yards away from the record I thought would never be broken ever again in my lifetime. Of course, we are talking about the record for Barry Sanders rushing yards in a season.
You said he's 300 yards away.
341 yards away from Barry Sanders.
Yeah,
yes.
You might. That record is safe. He got over 2K, which I said he would.
Yes,
because we broke it down. But yeah, kid is special. Like we said, him and Travis Hunter are the only 2 that should be sitting in New York.
So right now, well, Genty has 2 more games guaranteed. So.
Oh shit! He and it does count.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Never mind.
Coming in right now.
Yards in 2 games. He can get 400 yards in 2 games.
Coming in right now, he's 54 points behind 4th place, which is, of course, the great Marcus Allen. Of course, Heisman Trophy winner at USC. But okay, so Barry Sanders in his Heisman season of 1988 for Oklahoma State ran for 2,628 yards. I'm going to say that again. 2,628 yards. And the head coach of Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy, was his quarterback. Yes, the same Mike Gundy that said, "Look at me! Come at me! I'm a man! I'm 40." That Mike Gundy, yes.
Well, now.
So, he will needs 340 yards. Like we said, Boise State, more than likely, should they take care of business in the Mountain West Conference Championship game. I mean, they're going to a bowl game. They'll be in a bowl game regardless. But if they can stay within the 12, they could be in the playoffs. So, next Friday is the Mountain West Conference Championship game. We know Boise State is in. It depends on who their opponent is. Now, Colorado State, who has a shot, they won today against who they play. Let's scroll. They played Utah State. They beat them by 5, 42-37. So Colorado finishes their regular season with an 8-4 record. However, if we go to the standings, if we go to the standings in the Mountain West, right now, they have a 6-1 conference record. UNLV has a 5-1 conference record. But UNLV has the better overall record at 9-2. If UNLV beats their rival Nevada, and Nevada is coming into the season 3-9, but as we said, stranger things have happened in rivalry games. That's what makes it the beauty of it. But if UNLV handles business against Nevada, at Allegiant Stadium tomorrow night. Then there will be a rematch between UNLV and Boise State. That's the only loss in conference that UNLV had was against Boise State when they met earlier in the season at Allegiant Stadium. Although this time it'll be in the cold, in the Smurf turf at Albertsons Stadium in Boise. So,
Speaking of cold,
we'll
how about playing in a damn blizzard? Y'all about to go to Orchard Park and be in a blizzard. That ain't gonna be fun.
and Brock Purdy's going to play. Lord help.
Really?
Yes. He'll be playing, but Trent Williams will not be. But we'll get to that momentarily. All right.
Oh,
Other scoreboards from today in college. Colorado, as we just talked about, they shut out Oklahoma State in Boulder with a 52-0 score. Travis Hunter found the end zone 3 times today as Shador throws for 438 and 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was very efficient throwing the ball today. So what does that mean for the Big 12? Well, I'm glad you asked. So right now,
a lot of activity going on in the Big 12.
a whole lot of activity. So Colorado finishes the conference season at 7-2, 9-3 overall. Right now, you got Arizona State, BYU, Iowa State all at 6-2, and Iowa State, BYU, and Colorado. Arizona State, BYU, Iowa State all have 9-2 overall records. Now this
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Yeah. This is a huge implication. So, just going by this, now let's see what would happen. This is going to be a huge tie-breaking situation involving
the scenarios that's going on in the Big 12 is like, oh boy, Colorado is sitting back waiting on a lot of things to transpire tomorrow. So they're like, they're on like a wait and see thing.
Yeah. So there's the Territorial Cup in Tucson between Arizona State and Arizona. Arizona's 4-7. Arizona State's 9-2. That's at 12:30 p.m. on Fox. Arizona is an 8.5-point favorite. Then now, this one is going to be a dandy of a game. Iowa State and Kansas State. Iowa State ranked 18th. Kansas State ranked 24th. That takes place in Ames, Iowa. That's at 4:30 p.m. on Fox. Kansas State coming in at 8-3. Iowa State coming in at 9-2. BYU should take care of business at home. They're the late game. They're the 7:15 start against Houston. So you got Iowa State 9-2, BYU 9-2, Arizona State at 9-2. So, the question really is, who's going to favor who? Now, again, by way of Colorado's 7-2 conference record, I think they have a spot in the Big 12 title game. I think it's just a matter of...
They need a couple of things that happen for that to happen, though, I think. Because I believe Iowa has to lose, correct? Or Iowa has to win. It's for Iowa has to win. Damn it, I was watching the game today, and they flashed it, and I wanted to remember it because I knew we were going to talk about it, and I just can't remember what it was.
So here we go. Here's the actual answer. Okay. Now, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Come to me. Come
on now. Make me look somewhat smart.
No. Okay. So, as we just said, Colorado's 9-3. They finished 7-2 in conference. But the Buffaloes need chaos to unfold across the conference Saturday to earn a pass in the championship game in Arlington. So, one scenario to get in requires 2 losses out of either Arizona State. They're at Arizona and Tucson. Or BYU. Or Iowa State.
It was Iowa State. I knew it was an Iowa team.
So if two of those 3 lose, Colorado has a shot to get in the Big
lie.
12 title game.
That's a lie.
Another scenario would be a loss by BYU and a win from Texas Tech against West Virginia.
Interesting.
So that's a lot of chaos.
A lot, yeah. And New Mexico is giving it to USC right now. I got 72-55.
Yeah, they are running away with it here, nearing the 6.5 mark to go in 7.5.
Because you're a little ahead of me. I got 72. I got 72-55. New Mexico.
Same score.
Okay.
Same score. Yeah, New Mexico looks to be taking. Yeah. So, like I said, we know Colorado's going to a bowl game, but they would love a chance to play for a conference championship. Now,
indeed,
as we go to the ACC, here's what we do know. We know that the Southern Methodist Mustangs, pretty much SMU, pretty much if they beat Cal,
which that's not saying,
which should be, they should by all means get ready to play in the ACC title game. You ain't got a cramp, do you?
No, just something's going on with the back right now.
Uh-oh. So yeah.
I don't know what it is.
So here's what we got right now. So we have SMU and Miami at 10-1. Now we know obviously the only loss in conference Miami has had was against Georgia Tech. Clemson's only loss in conference came against Louisville. So there's that. So in the ACC, here's the matchups tomorrow. Clemson taking on South Carolina. That's not going to be easy. That's number 12 versus number 15. Louisville takes on Kentucky. Miami in a tough battle in itself, taking on Syracuse. Syracuse is 8-3, but Miami is favored by 11 in that one. So, like we said, if SMU takes care of business against Cal, Cal's already been bowl eligible. So we know Cal's going to a bowl game. SMU ranked number 9. If they take care of business, they will be in the ACC title game, and all would come down to the scenarios between Miami and Clemson. Obviously, if Miami wins against Syracuse, and that should put Miami in the title game against SMU, which would be a very intriguing matchup in that perspective. Now going on to the Big Ten, and the standings coming into that right now as it stands. Oregon, who is undefeated,
chimes in, go
Bears.
It's always go Bears. No. Yes, indeed.
F them Stanks.
Yes, sir.
I like SMU's mascot for obvious reasons.
Well, it's a Mustang because you drive a Mustang, so of course.
Yes, I do. But Ford. Okay. What are they playing? Okay, so Oregon has Washington. Washington coming in at 6-5. That's at 4:30. Oregon is favored by 18, and they're playing at Autzen. So Oregon should handle business, and if they do, they automatically will go to Indianapolis and play in the Big Ten title game. Now, here's where it gets tricky, because you have Oregon State, Ohio State, I beg your pardon, Indiana, Penn State, all 7-1 in conference play. However, Ohio State has the tiebreaker because Ohio State has beaten both Penn State and Indiana in head-to-head matchups. So,
this is true.
If Ohio State beats Michigan, which again, rivalries, you never know what could happen, but considering the game is being played in Columbus, Michigan is 6-5. Ohio State should take care of business. So you would have an old school Rose Bowl matchup for your Big Ten championship between Ohio State and Oregon. Go figure.
Yep, right.
In the All-American Conference, looking at the standings there, Army, of course, winning on the Army-Navy game, to which Navy earlier today took on East Carolina and got to 8-3 on the season with a 34-20 win. So it's been a long time where both Army and Navy were good in the same season going into the Army-Navy game, but this might be one of the most highly anticipated Army-Navy games in a long, long time, which will take place on the 14th of December. 2 days after yours truly's birthday.
That's a long way away. 2 days after your
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah. But Army coming in at 9-1, Navy coming in at 8-3. So that's going to be interesting to see there. Now, back to the All-American Conference standings there. Okay, right now, Army in conference play 7-0.
Oh wow!
And so they will play tomorrow against Texas San Antonio, and should they win, that would make them obviously an automatic bid in the All-American Conference Championship. Tulane, the Green Wave, stand in there at 7-1 in conference play, and
they
tomorrow
always are in something.
They are, and they lost back on Thursday to Memphis. So, if we go back to the standings, the third team in place would be Navy with a 6-2 record. But it looks like now who does Memphis play? No, they're done. So it possibly could be either because Tulane's only loss came. So it's going to be an Army Tulane. Looks to be All-American Conference Championship game from the looks of things, because obviously Army's undefeated in conference play. Tulane is 7-1. Okay, so that takes care of that. All right, so let's go to the MAC conference.
The MAC,
which looks like it's going to be possibly a Miami of Ohio versus the Ohio Bobcats.
Well,
conference.
That's the way that conference has been for a few years now.
But normally they've always had some very entertaining conference championship games. Though the MAC
this is very true. The MAC has always been entertaining. No doubt about that.
MAC be having some competitive title games. Let me tell you.
Indeed.
Conference USA, looking at the standings there, looks like looks like Jax State will be taking on Sam Houston State for the conference championship in Conference USA. As we're just going through details right now. In the Sun Belt, look at the standings there. So in the Eastern Conference champion of the Sun Belt looks like it's going to be the Thundering Herd of Marshall, and they will be taking on the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana.
Oh, they always play good football too.
Yeah, so that will be your Sun Belt Conference championship game, and I think that has been all the toppings. Yeah, I think we got everybody. All right, and real quickly before we forget, congratulations to UC Davis on having a 10-2 regular season. Played fantastically well. And good luck to them tomorrow as they get to the second round. Their opponent is to be determined, but UC Davis's playoff game will be on Saturday, the 7th of December, and that will be a 1 p.m. game. And they're playing at home? Yes, they are. That'll be a home playoff game for the Aggies. Oh. $29.
And of course, they'll probably be doing that while I'm at work
Game starts at 1 p.m.
tomorrow.
No, next Saturday.
Yeah, that's my weekend to work.
He's like, damn it. He's like, damn it, Beavis. But yeah, don't know who their opponent's going to be, but good luck to the Aggies in the playoffs. As New Mexico, oh, nice shot there, but 75-64 in favor of the Lobos with about under 3 minutes to go. But USC is on a 9-0 run. So New Mexico trying to do some things here. All right, so we had NBA action in the NBA Cup.
Well, I didn't get a chance to watch any NBA basketball today.
Neither did I, but in group play, the Knicks beat the Hornets 99-98, 99-98.
That sounded like that was an entertaining game.
Brunson had 31 to lead the Knicks. Brandon Miller 20 for Charlotte, but win goes to the Knicks. The Hawks eliminate the Cavaliers 117 to 101.
Wait a minute. The Cavaliers are eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
The best record in the NBA got eliminated from the cup.
17-3 got eliminated from the cup.
That is interesting.
To which the Cavaliers probably said, good. Don't want to be there no way.
I don't even want the Warriors to be in it.
Grizzlies beat the Pelicans 120 to 109. Don't count out. Don't look now, folks. But the Orlando Magic have won 11 out of their last 12 games. And that's without their superstar Pablo Banchero, as Franz Wagner has picked up the pace in a big way for Orlando, as he had 29 big ones as he leads Orlando to a 123-100 win over Brooklyn. Orlando now is 14-7 on the season, and when Paulo gets back, watch out for the Magic. Now, keep this in mind, folks. This was Mizzle's sleeper team last year.
And this year.
NBA.
And this year.
And looks like looks like they are picking up from where they left off indeed. But Orlando gets the win 123 to 100. Grizzlies beat the Pelicans 120 to 109. Timberwolves and Clippers in a very close game, but it's the T-Wolves getting the win by one over the Clips 93 to 92. As AE scores 21, Harden had 20. Minnesota at 9 and 10, Clippers at 12 and 9. Pacers and the Pistons. Pistons getting the win over the Pacers 130 to 106. As Detroit continues to play some improving basketball. Cade had 24 and 11 rebounds to lead the way for the Pistons. Malik Beasley had 25 for Detroit as the Pistons get their 9th win of the year over Indiana 130 to 106.
Good stuff.
Bulls and Celtics. Bulls lose to Boston 138 to 129 in a very high scoring game where obviously no defense was played at all. Jason Tatum with 35. Vucevic with 32. As Boston goes to 16-3 on the season. And the Heat beat the Raptors 121 to 111. As Bam messed around and got one. Talking about a triple-double that is, folks. To the atonement of 14 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Jimmy Buckets led the way with 26. Robinson had 10. Tyler Hero had 23. Rozier had 12 off the bench. Jock Class Jr. had 15 off the bench as Miami gets their 9th win of the year, beating the Raptors 121 to 100. And there was no beam lighting for Mizzle in Sacramento as the Trailblazers get the win over Sacramento 115 to 105. As DeAndre Ayton decided to show up and play tonight.
Oh, really?
As he had 26 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Simons had 21. Ladisha had 20. Batten 17 off the bench. Cameron had 11. And Sharp had 14 as Portland gets their 8th win. Kings go to 9-11 on the season, 115 to 106. And the Oklahoma City Thunder go into Los Angeles as SGA just torched the Lakers with 36 in Los Angeles as Dalton Connect had 20 to lead the Lakers, 101-93.
That kid is special.
Yes, as LeBron had an off night, which you hardly say that, but LeBron did not shoot the ball well. He was 5 of 13, 0 4 from 3, 12 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Anthony Davis looks like did not shoot the ball enough. He only shot 5 of 9 from the field, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Russell had 17 off the bench for the Lakers, but Connect led the way with 20. But for the Thunder, it was Williams 19, Hardenstein 11, SGA 6, Dort had 14, as the Thunder get win number 15 on the year, 101-93 over the Lakers. The Lakers now fall to 11-8 on the year. And now I realize when you said, well, dadgummit about the Sharks, but I did not realize the Sharks scored 8 goals tonight in their win at home at the Tank against the Kraken.
Shit. That's why I was like, well, shit.
Now here's the kicker. So the Sharks just played the Kraken tonight at the Shark Tank and won it. Now tomorrow they go back to Seattle to play the same team. Make it make sense. I don't know.
So we know the outcome. We know the outcome of this game. I don't see the Sharks winning this one.
But on the ice tonight, Sharks got the win 8-5 over the Kraken. Golden Knights got the win over the Jets at home 4-3. Flyers beat the Rangers in Philly 3-1. Wild 3-2 over the Blackhawks. In overtime, the Canucks get the better of the Buffalo Sabres 4-3. The New Jersey Devils beat the Red Wings 5-4. In overtime, the Capitals beat the Islanders 5-4. The defending champs, the Panthers, get the win over the Hurricanes in Raleigh 6-3. Flames lose to the Blue Jackets 5-2. Lightning in overtime 3-2 over the Predators. In the Battle of Southern California, the Kings beat the Ducks 2-1. Penguins beat the Bruins 2-1. Stars beat the Avalanche 5-3. And cuz beloved Oilers of Edmonton in overtime beat the Utah Hockey Club 4-3, which makes EJ Wizzle very, very happy. A very happy Oilers fan right now. So, in overtime, Oilers get the win 4-3. And now, right on cue. But folks, this might be a first because, folks, I don't think we've ever done this for a position per se, but in this case, he is very well deserving of this because, ladies and gentlemen, the Scott Mitchell Award goes to now the former head coach of the Chicago Bears, Matt Eberflus.
We're giving it to a coach?
Oh, yes. Yes, we are. We are giving it to former Bears head coach Matt Eberflus. He gets the Scott Mitchell
We gotta
Award.
have a little beat behind that, man.
We gotta have.
Played it.
But as the Lions got the win in a what turned out to be an interesting game between the Bears and Lions, because it looked like the Lions were going to handle business and just blow the doors off the Bears, but the Bears showed some fight, showed some spunk. Keenan Allen found the end zone twice. The Bears were in 3, and then we've seen some dumb coaching decisions in our combined years of watching sports on this show. But by God, Matt Eberflus said, "Hold my beer." Now, the Bears had one timeout.
That's crazy.
They're trying to hurry up. And instead of calling out to make sure they get the right play right, they wasted time. And Caleb Williams threw an inherited pass, and it felt incomplete. And the Bears didn't even get a chance to try and kick a game-tying field goal and possibly send it into overtime as the Lions end their Thanksgiving losing streak and extend their winning streak to 10 as they are now 11-1. Now, Goff was efficient. The running game again strong as it always with Montgomery and Gibbs. DJ Moore had a nice game, as mentioned. He scored a touchdown, but also Keenan Allen found the end zone twice. So the Bears did some nice things offensively, but how do you have a mental lapse like that in coaching, per se? Because I don't claim to be a genius.
They're saying that
I don't.
my team is having the same issue with the head coach, with coaching issues and management issues. So I don't know. Having the timeout, you could have easily got everything calm. There was still enough time that you could have called that timeout and gotten to a better play.
Yeah,
because you didn't need that many yards to go to get into your kicker's range.
No,
so they could have called that timeout, made a play, something to the outside, and if you didn't get to the outside,
do a quick out to the sideline, get in range, and give your kicker a shot to try to go in overtime. But no, they decided to just waste the clock and tick, 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 and thus the Chicago Bears will be looking for a new head coach in 2025. And this is the first time in the history of the Bears. And the Bears have been there since the beginning of the National Football League, which began back in 1920. This is the first time ever the Bears have fired a head coach in season.
He should have been actually fired last year, though, if he wasn't technical. Bears
so now
screaming for his head 2 weeks ago. Weeks ago, and last year.
Well, I text a Bears fan this news, and this is what he said.
Do I know
quote, "Oh yeah, it's Man Cave." My buddy, Mr. Tony Gaglione. Shout out to Tone. He said, and I quote, when I sent him the news about Eberflus getting fired, he said, "This made me get a boner, and I don't get those for the Bears that often."
Well, all right. Hope the women and children are in bed when you heard that.
The Bears. So we will see what happens with the Bears and their head coaching
it's what we will call in the league when a coach is fired and they got like a rookie quarterback that's nice. The Bears' job is going to be a sexy position.
Oh yeah,
because of Caleb Williams.
They're going to
work that for Caleb Williams. They will find the right coach.
The cupboard is not empty in Chicago. There is some talent. Is some players on this team that you can coach. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it is not. It is not going to be. The cupboard is not empty in Chicago when it comes to this job. No, not at all. Not at all. So then we go to Arlington, Texas, where the Cowboys are on a 2-game winning streak, and it is making our good buddy Chris Vera very upset because he's like, "Damn it, why? Now you want to win all of a sudden." But yes, the Cowboys have won 2 straight games, and hey, the Cowboys finally get their first win in the friendly confines of Jerry's World.
Their own home. Wow.
Over the East Rutherford Giants, 27-20. Cooper Rush threw for 195. Drew Lock threw for 178. But Rico Dowdle ran the ball very well, 23 carries for 112 yards and a touchdown. But the Cowboys kept the Giants in the game, and the Giants got within 7 as time ran out. Giants go to 2-10. Cowboys go to 5-7 with the 27-20 win. More than likely, Brian Dable will be looking for work elsewhere at the end of the season.
Maybe as an OC. I'm hearing that he could be a better OC.
No, and he was a very good OC. Final in Palm Springs, New Mexico beats USC 83-73 as the Mountain West gets a win over the Pac-12 or the Big Ten. I beg your pardon. That's just going to be crazy in college basketball. But yeah,
It's hard how there will be no more Pac-12 or
yes.
Pac-10, whatever it is now. Pac whatever.
Green Bay does what they're supposed to do against a team that's coming from the tropicals into the cold. They took care of business, 30-17. As Reed caught touchdown pass, Jordan Love 3 for 2. Jordan Love was very efficient, 21 of 28 for. Oh well, Mr. Hurley coming in with a take. Well, I mean, around this time last year, the Lakers had the same identical record as they are. So, Mr. Hurley, as I ask you this question, for the Lakers, what exactly has to change? Other than maybe perhaps the Buss family not owning this team.
Oh, you went there.
Well, I mean, now again, and I hate to stay in this damn city of Los Angeles, but even though Gabe Vincent and Cam Reddish have to go, well, a lot of your fan base feels that way, certainly about Gabe Vincent, and it's ridiculous because, again, even on this show, when they signed Gabe Vincent, we thought that was a good sign because of what Gabe Vincent did for Miami in helping Miami get to the finals a couple of years ago against Denver when Denver won it. But, you know, sometimes certain signings do not work, and apparently this Gabe Vincent signing has not worked for the Lakers. But, again, as I've said with the Lakers, I think their problem is they have too many yes men, and when you have that prevents you from being eventually what you would like to be, which is winning consistently. Again, when they had the greatest basketball executive as their GM, the logo, the late Mr. Jerry West, Jerry West was not a yes man. He did what he ever felt he had to do to make the team better. And not to mention the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss prioritized winning. I don't know if the Lakers prioritize winning as they did when Dr. Buss was owning the team. To which, as much as we can't stand them, that baseball team that wears blue, you have to give them credit because their ownership prioritizes winning above anything else.
No matter the cost.
No matter the cost.
We're gonna win.
So yes, as Giants fans, I mean, yeah, we will say what we say about Blake Snell. He'll get injured, this, and the third. But the fact is, the Dodgers ownership prioritizes winning, and you have to tip your cap to that. As much as it makes me sick to say that on this show, but they prioritized winning. That's why I say I love Joe Lacob so much, because Joe Lacob prioritizes winning. Doesn't care about the luxury tax. It's what can I add to try to help number 30 get one for the thumb, meaning a fifth ring for Waddell. What do I have to do?
And so far, so good. They're looking pretty impressive.
Yeah,
impressive.
Even though they lost on Wednesday.
The two double-digit losses. I mean, up 18 on both of them. You lose both of them.
I know.
But they've been playing good basketball.
In this loss against the Thunder, there was a lot of positives. The defense was a lot better. They held a very good Thunder team to 105 points.
100%.
And had a chance to win, but Dort makes a great play defensively on Wiggins, denying him the layup to possibly force overtime. But the Warriors on defense cleaned up a lot of stuff, and that's a very good, encouraging sign. Now, back to the Packers and Dolphins, as Adam was talking about his beloved Lakers and about JJ not being as better or being the same as Darvin Ham, and talking about maybe the Lakers need to find not some yes people, but people that you need people that know the game and know how to scout and know how to do stuff. That's what the Lakers need. And that'll be about the last time I will give Lakers advice on what they need to do to be competitive, because personally, I want them to go 0-82 every year, but that's just the Warrior fan to me. But if we're having a discussion about what do they have to do to get back to what Laker fans have known, which is always competing for the Larry, it's they need to find the right basketball operations guy to put it together. Now, again, unfortunately, you're not going to have a lot of Jerry Wests growing on trees because God only made one. And right now, him and Wilt are playing a pickup game in the big court in the sky. But
Good time.
you just have to have you have to have the right operations people in place. That's just the bottom line. 2 of 3 for 365 and 2 TDs, but it was not enough. Scottie Pippen Jr. has been playing very well in Memphis for the Grizzlies. He has been fantastic for Memphis, and good for him.
Can't deny that.
Good for him.
Deny that for sure. Yeah.
Good for Scottie Pippen Jr. But again, things like that. Now, we have talked about many times on this show, if the Lakers would have kept all that core that they drafted, of course, we're talking about the Lonzo Balls, the Julius Randles, the Brandon Ingrams, the Jordan Clarksons, the Kyle Kuzma.
They drafted well. You cannot deny that.
And Zubats and D'Lo the first time. All that young nucleus that they had. If they would have found the right coach to put that together, who knows what that particular Laker nucleus could have been? We'll never know, because Laker fans. Now, see, your comment right there, Adam, just makes me sure that you know your basketball.
I was that's about the only time I was kind of upset with the Lakers. Is like, you got rid of Brandon Ingram and he went to Duke. And you know how I feel about anything that comes out of Duke. But Brandon Ingram is a stud.
Yes.
That kid can play basketball.
Yes.
And they gave up on him too early.
Yeah. Well, they gave up on all of them too early because a lot of Laker fans, impatient, most of them very obnoxious, like Celtics fans,
Privilege.
because they think the Larry is their birthright. No, it's not your birthright. Yes, you have a lot. Yes, you have a history of winning a lot of them, but it's not your birthright. But
exactly.
Because this fan base is impatient, and because it's LA, it's the second biggest media market in the USA. It's no. It's get whatever we can and this and that. Again, like I said, you will never know what they possibly could have been if they found the right coach to put together. Well,
Laker
any
fans
fan base
dump
does that,
on
really.
Guys
Adam.
for one bad game. Oh,
Any fan base does that.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure the Laker fans that do that are probably not real Laker fans, because everybody knows teams have bad shooting nights in the NBA. It happens. It happens in the span of an 82-game season. I mean, like instance tonight.
We literally have the greatest shooter in the game, and he has bad game.
But are we gonna to it? But are we gonna chastise him? No, because it happens.
Because we know what he's capable of turning around and doing.
Yes, we know that's the anomaly to what he normally does on a night in, night out basis.
And he takes a bad night of shooting personally. So when I know that my shooter takes that personally when he's not performing to his standard,
yes,
I know what he might be capable of doing the next time he plays on the NBA court.
And normally, normally, history has shown us when that has happened. The next night, Steph be Stephen. I'm just putting it out there. But Jordan Love, very efficient in the game against the Dolphins, 21 of 28, 274, 2 touchdowns. And I'll tell you what, next Thursday might be the highest rated game for Amazon Prime. Because that one, folks, is going to be a dandy.
And I'm off that day.
You know what? We might have to do a live watch of that game.
I'm down. if I don't have duties, I'm down.
That might have to be a special talking ish edition with the Packers and the Lions because that's oof.
That's gonna be entertaining. I think that's gonna be entertaining.
Yes.
Is it in Lambeau or in Ford City?
It's in Ford Field. Now, Mizzle almost tried to cuss me out today because, of course, Mizzle wants that high draft pick, which he got his wish. The Chiefs did hold on for the win 1917 in Arrowhead, but
boy, they fought.
They did. They
fought.
They did.
Ain't no Connell. It must be something about Arrowhead to where he just performs.
I didn't know
he didn't perform, but he played a almost flawless game.
I didn't know he threw for 340 today. I did not know that.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Dub, you already know when I say this, I already know what jersey I'm getting the next time I can afford to get another Raider jersey.
10 catches.
Bowers.
10 catches, a buck 40.
Is a stud.
10 catches, a buck 40.
Fucking stud.
10 catches, a buck 40, 1 TD. Trent Tucker had the other TD in which AOC put it right on the money.
Dime.
He threw it right to him, and the speed took over.
They put themselves in a situation to win that game. I'm a little frustrated on certain aspects to the game, but I'm not. Yes, I want the pick. Yes, I want the pick. But do I want my team to win? Yes, I want my team to win. I mean, I never want them to just go out and lay down and fucking lose. But I want the pick because if Telesco does it right, it's going to improve this organization. I just believe just with the pick that he did with Brock Bowers, how he picked JPJ, how he got Glaze, who was only going to get better because Chris Jones was in his ass in this game. He was whooping his ass. I even sent you a text. Hey, he's whooping a rookie's ass.
But I said he will be. I said JPJ will get better. He's going to get better because of this.
Not JPJ, Glaze. Glaze, he was whooping Glaze's ass.
And trust me, nobody feels worse than JPJ on that botched snap that cost him the game.
Well, look what your quarterback and your center both said. O'Connell took it. He said he was doing the clap. He said that in the third. But just for JPJ to come out and say, we played a hell of a game, none of this, that, in the third, that shit falls on me. You love to see that from your young core, and especially from your rookie, yada, yada, yada. I know this, that, and the third. No moral victory. None at all. But they were almost this close. And we could do the what ifs. Let's look at Daniel Carlson missed 3 field goals.
Which is rare. That doesn't happen.
Okay.
You add those 9 points, the final score is 26-19. You add those 9 points.
And like I said, I'm not looking at moral victories. Daniel Carlson had an off night. He's a kicker. He's allowed that. Look at what's going on in Baltimore. Yeah. They have arguably one of the best kickers in the league, and he's struggling.
Yes.
So,
but if
Daniel Carlson had a bad night.
But I will still take Justin Tucker to make me a kick if I need to kick.
You damn right. Because guess what? If Daniel Carlson got on the field to make that game-winning field goal, I would have been confident.
He was going to make it.
And they would have. And guess what? I'd have been cussing their asses out like, you son of a bitches. You won this game, yes, but you fucked the draft up. That's where I'm at with this team. I want them to be competitive. I want them to get that. And guess what? You might have a diamond in the rough. Sincere McCormick ran his ass off. Yes. What they were trying to do was Amir White. Sincere McCormick did. I mean, of course, yes, it's later on down the year, yada, yada, yada. But Sincere McCormick, he did that in the preseason. So I'm too much not shocked, but it's good to see that he's getting
some playing time. Yes.
And playing time right now. So I will hope that he will stick around because we are going to need a running back later on.
Mr. Genty, hello.
Well, got to get the quarterback first, but we might have to trade back into the first. We might have to do how every team does, draft a quarterback first, and then trade back up or whatever back in to get whatever. That's how I think we get Genty, because I think we're taking a quarterback number one. We should. That would be my thing. But I'm not upset.
I
Yes,
think
I am upset, but they showed me something. It was a good game.
I guess the term was, yes, they did lose draft position, but of course you want to beat your rival, but you're encouraged. And I think the one thing you can take is the players have certainly not quit on the head coach.
No, the locker room is not lost. AP has not lost his locker room. And I know Raider Nation is like, fire AP. I don't think AP is going anywhere. I'll be shocked if he does. But I believe
Here's my question. You do that, and then you gotta start all over again. Who are you, Raider Nation? Then who do you want? Who do you want? Who?
They're saying Mike Vrabel.
Why are we going back to a Patriot? Why?
Here's my take.
Yes, Vrabel has won in Tennessee. I get it. I understand it. He's been to an AFC title game. But why?
Brother, here's my take.
Okay.
Don't fire AP. Okay? Because we have said this on multiple shows. Technically, let's be real, this is not his full...
No, it's not.
Nothing. And
He does not have the players that he wants.
Kingsbury was his OC.
Mm-hmm.
As you also will see what's going on in Washington. Okay, so excuse me. They didn't get Kingsbury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ran with Getsy. Getsy was the only thing out there per se. They probably could have got something better. Let AP have this next off season. Telesco did not miss on any of his picks. Now you're going to have a top 5 pick.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have over $100 million in free agency money.
Mm-hmm.
A few of that money is going to go. I hope they re-sign Robert Spillane. I would love Robert Spillane to come back. He is one of Robert Spillane, Malcolm Kuntz, and Nate Hobbs all need to be re-signed. Or somebody out of that 3 needs to be franchised. I know that's not the Raider way, yada, 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 but they should not walk away. Those 3 should get a contract. Robert Spillane should have been re-signed in the middle of the season already. So same with Nate Hobbs. The only reason why I say Malcolm Kuntz should come back because he ended the year good and he got hurt, and I think this defense will be a lot better with him on the field. Malcolm Kuntz, Christian Wilkins, and Max Crosby, and Tyree Wilson is coming into his own. You built that back with Robert Spillane. I think Epps' contract is up at the year. Mork was okay. I like Palomal. He's good. Jacorian Bennett has came into his own. You re-sign Nate Hobbs. I don't know how I feel about Jack Jones because it seems like Jack Jones, something has gotten to his head. I don't know if it's because AP got into his ass and he's not the player that he was that year that we brought him from New England. The defense is not an issue. It's not. Just imagine if we had Christian Wilkins. I know I'm doing the what if thing, and you know we live in what they have now. But just imagine if Christian Wilkins can play a little bit more healthier. You know, and Chayshawn is coming. That man was flying off that right side. 44.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that was a Telesco pickup. So let Telesco cook. Get AP his quarterback. And then guess what? If they fucking suck next year, then guess what? There's no excuse. He brought in what he wanted. He got what he wanted. But I believe you get a coach 3 years. 3 years, if you can't do anything, you got to go. Hell, we gave McDaniels 2 years, and we knew he was shit from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So why AP can't get 2? Right?
You're not wrong.
Well, tell me how you feel, brother.
No, I'm agreeing with what you're saying because again, it's Here's what people don't understand. And it kind of happened that way when B Rabbit first got to Santa Clara. He was cleaning out the Tom Sula and Chip Kelly players, trying to get his guys in, and you saw what happened year 3. Got to the Super Bowl. We all know what happened. Okay.
Yes.
This is AP's first full-fledged season. He is still trying to go through the McDaniels Ziegler. You know, trying to get rid of that to where Telesco and AP can put the program can put their program in and put it in together. Okay, now 2027 or 2026, 2026 should be okay. At least let's compete for a wild card spot. Okay, because from the looks of things, it looks like the Chiefs are still going to hold on to this division. But again, as I was saying this to Mizzle and Chris in our chat, I said, look, the Chiefs have now fallen into that trap. And what I mean by is they've now fallen into that we can turn the switch on anytime we want to. Yes, they have won 14 straight one-possession games. But the fact that two of the worst teams in the NFL record-wise, in the Panthers and the Raiders, in 2 straight weeks took the defending Super Bowl champions basically to the last seconds. If you're having Super Bowl aspirations, you're not supposed to do that against teams lesser than you. You're supposed to keep it on the gas and don't break. Now, what happened tonight? It's a division game. That normally always happens when you have division rivals. But against the Panthers, that should not happen. And now the Chiefs have fallen into we'll turn the switch on. Okay, if you notice, teams have not feared the Chiefs this season.
Nope.
They have not.
Hell, we almost beat them in Vegas if we didn't just fall into the...
So in both games, the Chiefs won both games by a total combined of 9 points. 9 points. The only team the Chiefs beat in double digits was my damn team. And that was only by 10.
That was after you guys blew a 10-point lead, though.
You
didn't blow a 10-point lead in that game?
No, I think it was only a 4-point lead. No, we only blow 10-point leads against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Not in the regular season. But I'll go research and make and double check. So we'll do that. But
no, you don't have to do that. I think
Okay, so the Chiefs all year have had 2 double-digit wins against the Niners and the Saints. No, the Niners. The only time the Niners led in the game was 3-0. That was it.
Oh, whoa, okay, my bad.
Yeah. The Niners got within. Well, what turned for the Niners was they scored and they missed the PAT, and that's when it turned.
I remember now because I hit you with that text like, "Is that going to bite you in the ass?"
And I said, "You know it is," and it did. But yeah, I mean, teams don't fear the Chiefs.
No.
And yes, they're still the champions until somebody beats them. But I'm just saying, just by looking at the way they play, they're not going to three-peat. Because again, them, like the Niners, have played a lot of games and have made deep runs. And it does take its toll on you. It's taking the toll on my team right now. As they're being hit with a plethora of injuries.
Trent Williams is not playing Sunday.
McCaffrey
is coming back.
Now, I will say, kudos to Bills Mafia as they made some donation for Travarius Ward, who will be playing this Sunday, and hopefully his mentals isn't going to say, because again, for those that don't know, he just lost his 1-year-old daughter, and he's been on bereavement. But Bills Mafia always does this. They always do charitable things for fans, with fans. So kudos to Bills Mafia for doing this. They're just a very, very good fan base and do stuff like this all the time. So kudos to them for doing that. Let's see. Anything else going on in the world of sports? So, got some good boxing coming up here this weekend, folks. Well, not this weekend, but next weekend. So, on December 7th, always fun to watch Emmanuel Navarrete, as he will defend his WBO junior lightweight title against Oscar Valdez, 12 rounds. That will take place in Phoenix on December 7th. You can watch that on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Always fun to watch Emmanuel Navarrete fight. And his fights never disappoint. So again, December 7th in Phoenix, Arizona. Navarrete, Valdez, 12 rounds for Navarrete's junior lightweight title. Then, of course, December 21st, the rematch in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for the undisputed heavyweight championship as part 2 of Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury, 12 rounds. And we will see if Usyk can once again be undisputed champion, keep his title, or can Tyson Fury become the undisputed heavyweight champion. Then on Christmas Eve in Tokyo, we will have Naoya Inoue taking on Sam Goodman for Inoue's undisputed junior featherweight championship. And featherweights, you know what that means.
Nothing but leather.
Nothing but leather.
No defense, nothing but hands.
Now,
no defense.
Now, I don't know if you heard the first one, but coming up next Saturday,
Emmanuel
Navarrete back in the ring. So, like I said,
Navarrete.
Navarrete is always fun. His fights never disappoint.
100%.
And then in February on PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video, David Benavidez and David Morrell Jr. for Benavidez's interim lightweight title and Morrell's lightweight heavyweight title. So a chance for David Benavidez to be David Two Belts in the light heavyweight division. And in March 1st, also on Prime Video on PBC pay-per-view, Tank defends his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach Jr. So that is your upcoming schedule for the Sweet Science.
Nice. No boxing tomorrow, though, huh?
Correct. None tomorrow. That is correct.
That sucks.
But a whole lot of fights going on here on the 7th. Of course, you got Phoenix on ESPN. Then we got fights in San Juan, Puerto Rico on DAZN.
Oh, that's always good.
Yes. And we also got some fights going on in jolly old London, England.
Oh, baby.
And also in Nova Scotia in Canada and in Bulgaria. And got some more fights on DAZN. Day after my birthday in London and in Orlando, Florida. And down under in Sydney, Australia, mate. Then on the 14th, we got some in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico on ESPN Plus. And we also have some in Monte Carlo, Monaco on DAZN on the 14th. And we got some in Ontario, California on DAZN. And that's a good question. I can't say if he is.
He said he wants to fight him. He said that's the only fight he wants next, or he's going to retire. Or if I was reading that wrong, but I believe that's the fight he wants.
Well, just don't get nailed for weed bones and just give us the fight we want.
And what's that?
Espinal.
Well, he said that's the next fight he wants, or he's going to retire.
He says, nah, he wants Alex. Well.
Oh, again, so maybe that's who I'm thinking he's wanted then. I'm sorry.
Well, again, as long as Bones doesn't get in trouble for weed, which seems to be his crutch. Because as we know, when he's in the ring, nobody beats Bones. That's just what it is. But Bones has got to be self-disciplined when it comes to the ganja. But that's here nor there. So quickly, just to go through the matchups before I call it a night, because I do have to nap because I do have work in the morning. But tomorrow's my Friday, hallelujah. But
I already told you what I gotta do. Shit, I gotta wake up at 6:30 damn morning to be at a damn tree place to get a damn Christmas tree by 7.
Oh, Christmas tree! Oh, Christmas tree! And
it's still
even though it will be officially December on Monday.
Wait, Monday, okay. So yeah.
No, I'm sorry, okay. Sunday. Sunday is the 1st. But we are still in November, and I will still agree with the meme that I put. If Mariah tries to sing, Optimus Prime will stop her, no matter the cost. Yeah, I saw that meme and I'm just like, you know what? I don't care if they throw shade. I'm doing it. Just like Charlie Brown needs to kick Lucy in the face every time Lucy pulls up the football, but that's just me. Happy effort. The rest of week 13 of the National Football League goes as follows. We got the Chargers at home hosting the Falcons at home hosting the Chargers. Steelers in the jungle going to Cincinnati. Texans in Jacksonville. Cardinals at Minnesota. Colts going to New England. Seahawks at the Jets. Titans at the Commanders. Buccaneers at Panthers. Rams heading to the Superdome to take on New Orleans. And boy, you want to talk about quarterback, running back combinations. Folks, it does not get any better than seeing Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley taking on Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Get your popcorn ready for that one between the Ravens and the Eagles. I mean, heck, that should be the Sunday night game and not the Bills and the Niners, but it is what it is.
No. That's a good Sunday night football game. In the elements.
In the elements, indeed. And, of course, Monday night, Browns and the Broncos to close out Week 13 of the NFL. So, glad you hung out with us here on this Thanksgiving Thunder recap of the Mizzle and Dub show, as we're both going to take naps because he has to go find a tree and I got to go work. But, yeah, that's how it goes. But thank you for chiming in and watching with us. We appreciate y'all for hanging out on this late night edition. And we will see what will go down in the world of college football and see who will have these matchups in these conference championship games, as I'm looking forward to being once again at a Fremont Cannon battle to see if UNLV can keep the Cannon red for a third straight year, or can Nevada deny UNLV a chance for revenge against Boise State in the Mountain West Conference title game. That remains to be seen, but looking forward to being there live and in person on tomorrow evening at Allegiant Stadium.
Put photos and videos, brother.
AKA the Death Star. So nonetheless, for Mizzle and for Dub. And don't forget, folks, enjoy War Games tomorrow. Enjoy the Survivor Series. I'll have to come back and watch the replay because I'll be at a football game. But please.
I'll have the OTC shirt on tomorrow. Sure.
But please enjoy the Survivor Series as War Games The Match Beyond begins. But thank you for watching episode 271 of the Mizzle Dub Show. And as always, it's 5 o'clock. Some damn where. And you've been watching the Mizzle Dub Show. Enjoy War Games.
Wait, hold on. Yeet. As the super dope beat Baker takes us out. John